Okay, so if you're a parent, you've probably felt this. It's that feeling that you're in this constant battle for your kid's attention. And your biggest competitor? It's social media. Today, we're going to talk about how you can shift from feeling like you're fighting a losing battle to becoming what we're calling a digital guardian for your teen.
Let's just dive right in with a pretty tough question, right? Is social media raising your teen? And look, this isn't meant to be an accusation. It's tapping into a real deep-seated worry for so many parents. Because if your teen is spending more hours with influencers and online trends than they are with you, well, that's not just a worry anymore. That's a reality we really need to look at.
You see, there's a new voice in your teen's life. It's not just one person. It's this constant 24/7 stream of content. And it's doing way more than just entertaining them. It is actively shaping how they see themselves in the world around them. And when that screen time starts to edge out family time, that voice just gets louder and louder.
So, what exactly are these digital voices? Well, think of it as the entire ecosystem your teen lives in online. It's the sum of everything. The influencers they admire, the viral trends they feel pressured to join, and that endless custom-built feed of content that an algorithm serves up just for them. Now, any one of these on its own might seem harmless, but over time, the combined effect is that these digital voices can actually become their main source of guidance, quietly taking the place of family, teachers, and other real-world mentors.
And this leads us to this really important idea, what we call the great influence shift. Now, this isn't about parents suddenly becoming irrelevant or uncool. No, it's something much more specific. It's about your influence being actively and systematically shifted away from you and over to the algorithm.
And here's the absolute heart of the issue. You have to understand that the algorithm has one single impersonal goal: engagement. That's it. It wants to keep your teen's eyes glued to the screen for as long as possible. It doesn't care about their mental health, their character development, or their long-term happiness. Its only goal is to figure out what will keep them watching. And that creates this fundamental conflict with everything you're trying to do as a parent.
When you put the two side by side, wow, the difference is it's stark. On one side, you've got parental guidance. It's built on a foundation of your family's values, a deep desire for your child's long-term well-being, and a real personal connection. But then you look at the other side, the algorithmic feed. It's driven purely by what gets the most clicks and views. And what does that lead to? All too often, it's unrealistic standards of beauty or success and just this relentless, exhausting cycle of peer comparison. The two are playing completely different games.
And make no mistake, this conflict, this battle for influence, doesn't just stay neatly contained on a phone screen. It spills out into the real world and has tangible, everyday consequences for how your teen is developing.
We're talking about the absolute bedrock of who they are becoming. Social media is actively shaping their core beliefs about how the world works. It's influencing the values they choose to adopt. It's molding the very identity they're trying to figure out during these incredibly formative years. And maybe the most significant one of all, it's directly impacting their fundamental sense of self-worth.
Okay, I know. Hearing all of that can feel, well, pretty overwhelming, maybe even a little scary. But the goal here is not to cause a panic. It's not to tell you to smash all the devices and go live in the woods. The solution is actually something much more powerful. It's about stepping into a role of leadership in your teen's digital life.
The key phrase here is intentional leadership. What does that mean? It means being proactive instead of just reactive. It's about you being the one holding the lantern, confidently guiding your teen through this complex digital world, instead of just reacting out of fear or trying to ban everything.
So, how do you actually do that? Where do you even start? Well, we've put together a simple, actionable toolkit. Think of it as 5 practical steps you can literally start using today to reclaim your influence and become that digital guardian for your kid.
All right, here we go. Step 1, simply stay involved. Be present in their digital world just like you are in their real one. Step 2, ask what they're watching and be genuinely curious, not judgmental. Step 3, and this one is so crucial, teach critical thinking. Help them learn to ask questions like, why do you think this video is going viral? Or what might this influencer be trying to sell or get you to believe? Step 4, set clear, consistent boundaries around tech use. And finally, Step 5, the foundation that holds it all together, keep the lines of communication wide open so they know they can always come to you no matter what.
And this really brings it all home. This quote says it all, doesn't it? The digital world is not some passive space. It is buzzing with voices, all competing for your teen's attention and influence. The question is never if they'll be guided, it's only by whom. And being an active, intentional guide is how you make sure the most important voice they hear is yours.